Folks, is US economy crushing Japan? Well, let's talk about it in today's video. Now, one of the best indicators on how the US economy is humming along is to compare it to other major nations, especially if we want to gauge the speed of our country's recovery from the nasty COVID virus that took or ripped the global economy into shreds for a larger part of 2020. Now, it's crucial to compare US economy with other major countries to see how our recovery progress is working out in comparison to other nations. Interestingly enough, Japan's household spending data released this week shows a major decline in Japanese economy. Household spending is down a sharp 6.6% in February, with dining, clothing, transports, entertainment all falling sharply. Now, according to analysts, deep worries remain over the pandemic, which medical experts warning Japan could brace itself for a fourth wave of surging infections and deaths related to the COVID-19, as the nation has fallen behind the rest of the world in testing and vaccinations. Now, if you look at the ETF that tracks the Japanese stock market, ticker symbol BBJP, which is an ETF created by JP Morgan, or ticker symbol EWJ, which is a similar ETF created by MSCI. Both ETFs virtually mimic each other, and both appear to be sitting right at the 50-day moving average and appear to be struggling to make new highs. On the other hand, U.S. household spending already appears to be on the acceleration front, and consumers armed with federal stimulus money, and many of them newly vaccinated, are traveling, dining out, and are returning to shopping centers. According to the Fed, consumer spending, the biggest driver of economy or economic activity in the U.S., fell only 1% in February, negative 6.6% versus negative 1%. The U.S. Commerce Department said late last week. And most importantly, the drop was largely attributed by the cold weather and snowstorms that stuck much of the country, which is not really a financial factor. Shutting businesses and keeping families indoors, which is not related to COVID. That's very positive. Income and spending are set to rise in coming weeks, setting up the economy for what economists forecast will be the strongest growth in years after last year's pandemic-induced contraction. Under the latest COVID-19 stimulus package, the $1.9 trillion plan signed by Biden in March, the government has already started delivering checks to households. While unemployment rates remain elevated, the relief package also provides $300 a week in enhanced compensation for jobless workers. Meanwhile, millions of people are getting the vaccine every day. The combination of higher income and rising number of people shielded from the worst effects of the deadly virus is expected to unleash a burst of economic activity in coming weeks. Private sector data on restaurant visits, hotel bookings, air travel all show a steady pickup in recent spending. Matter of fact, in Texas, restaurant bookings rose briskly after elected leaders lifted restrictions on businesses. There you have it. Bookings are at a level beyond 2019 levels, which is before the COVID hit. Technically, U.S. indexes are at new highs, and I believe the relative performance of the U.S. stock market will continue to outperform Japanese economy in the next few quarters. It may create a good idea to create a spread where you buy the SPY ETF, ticker symbol SPY, and sell the Japanese equity, ticker symbol BBJP or EWJ. This may give you a good spread between the two economies, and I believe that spread is going to continue widening over the next few quarters. You would buy the US ETF and you would sell the Japanese ones. Hope that helps. Folks, there's a formula that's helped Wall Street legend Chuck Hughes lock in a 96.3% win rate. Can you imagine? That's mind-numbing, 96.3% win rate. And it doesn't matter if the stock market goes up, down, or it goes sideways. That's amazing. Now, it's his latest discovery, and it could allow the average trader to profit on stocks even when they're completely wrong about the market's direction. Now, Chuck is finally revealing to the world what he's found and how everyday traders can start using this strategy to pull potential profits today, like right now. Folks, you cannot afford to miss this. Click on the link below for a chance to learn Chuck's most recent trading discovery And make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you're watching on YouTube. Stay ahead of the market by being the first to be notified when we post our next video.